Well, hey, good morning, Longview Heights. My name is Chris Wallace. I am a church planter in Bismarck, North Dakota. And me and my family, we moved up to North Dakota in 2019, October of 2019, because God put a call on our family to serve Him in a place where there weren't churches that were preaching the Bible, where there really weren't churches that were Christ-centered and disciple-making. And so we followed His call, and God was faithful. He opened doors for us and continued to move. We moved up to North Dakota knowing next to no one. We began just building relationships, sharing the gospel with people, doing everything we could to get connected and to learn how to love and serve our city. And God began to put a core team together early on in 2020. We began to meet together regularly, talking about what is the church? What does it mean to make disciples? And we saw God just really begin to move. And then in March of 2020, our plans and our world was kind of turned upside down a little bit with the pandemic, with the coronavirus coming in. And we really scrambled trying to figure out, God, what is happening? What are we doing here? And we just began to trust Him and seek Him in a way that honestly we hadn't to that point. And we were just desperate for the Lord. And He began to change our hearts in the midst of that process, and to show us, as much as we were following Him, as much as we were seeking Him, there were still some things that He wanted to speak to us and to say to our family. And so over the course of 2020, the Lord began to really give us a new vision for Bismarck and to really help us see what He wanted us to do here in this city. And so back in the middle of 2020, we were able to get our core team back together and kind of rebuild what we had started earlier in the year. And we continued that throughout 2020. And we began meeting in community groups and continuing to study and prepare for what God was putting together. And so God continued to provide, continued to open doors. And in January of 2021, here just a few weeks ago, we had our first Sunday morning gathering. And it was such an exciting time. And we are continuing to meet every Sunday now, worshiping together, continuing to meet in community groups, and continuing to just serve and love our city in as many ways as we can. And it has been such an exciting journey, such a crazy journey in a lot of ways, being stretched beyond anything we've known what it means to be stretched. But God is incredible. God is awesome. He is alive. He is working. And we want to thank you for you guys being a part of what God's doing here in Bismarck. It is an incredible opportunity for you guys to be a part of the Great Commission. And our family is a part of making disciples here in Bismarck. But you don't have to be a church planter to be a part of the Great Commission. You guys this morning in Olive Branch, Mississippi are just as much a part of the Great Commission. In fact, I'd love for you guys to join me and let's all recite the Great Commission together this morning. All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe everything I have commanded you. And remember, I am with you always to the end of the age.